Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I'll see you later.
I'm waiting now, expecting.
Okay, whatever. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Okay, say another couple of words. Leave.
So I said, it comes to Chodesh Kislev. Think of all the inyanim that Rebbe did from Rosh Chodesh Kislev. Some of the most famous, you say, a story of Rabbi Rebbe, $1. That was from, it's 8 years later. Tzivus Hashem. That was from after Rosh Chodesh Kislev. 90% of the Maimorim Mugoim were Muga after Rosh Chodesh Kislev. And 95% of the Sikhs, or I don't know the percentages, but certainly a vast majority. Let all the moistest that were born, and it's happening day by day. It's happening. JLI with Gem. All these things are gifts to us as the Chabad family, and to Klal Yisrael. This is something which is giving a chayas to everybody. When people have to realize it's not what these people thought it's a threat. They recognize the Rebbe as a tzaddik gadol even in those days. What they said is that he tells you, you're going to have to listen. So don't ask him, and have a nice, comfortable life. And the Rebbe says the most comfortable life is not to be comfortable.
Appa! That's a no. Appa. Toby! You hit the jackpot here. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Anyway, so you think, I once made a list. I had to take an assembly, and I'm in a high school, a principal. So I pushed it down.
You're now a high school principal?
For like 50 years. So the answer was in Topshon Lamed Hey summer. So you Zion and Tammuz Lamed Hey, the principal. I was before that 10 years in England also.
Where are you now, in England? Principal?
I've been there for 60 years. I'm a principal for 50 years.
So where were you born?
Where?
Yeah.
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. You're Brooklyn?
Yeah.
So who gave you a blood transfusion?
What?
Who gave you a blood transfusion? A blood transfusion.
Who gives?
You became English or no? I never became English. Itzik told me like this, one of his kids. The English are 6 hours ahead on the clock. 25 years backwards.
5 hours ahead. But wait,
now.
Who's counting?
Who's counting?
Yeah. But you should just know that somebody asked me, why don't you speak English? I said, I speak English like Rabbi Glukowski speaks Hebrew.
100%. Listen, thank you. Have a good sense of humor. Now I know why you have a good sense of humor, because you're not English. It's okay. I'm saying it. My name is Moshe Rabashkin.
You just know one thing. I just got a call from someone about one of my talmidim, just information. And they said, is it okay to marry someone from England? I said, I did it.
You did?
63. My wife's from England.
Oh, that's why you went to England. Now I understand. I played us to God.
We went to England because the Rebbe sent us. We would have gone anywhere in the world that the Rebbe would tell us.
Listen, after 70 years of marriage, you can say whatever you want. I'll believe you.
No, we're not there yet. It's only 62.
Yeah, I know. I'm kibitzing with you.
Okay.
Listen, Sadik. So how do you plant on Yerushalayim, which you told me this?
The one way to give anybody Yerushalayim is by a Dugma Chaya.
Okay, so the Rebbe says Sepuri Tzadikim. Sepuri Tzadikim.
The Rebbe also said to Rabbi Abba Pliskin, not only tell stories of Rabbeim, tell stories of Hasidim, because they're imperfect. A tzaddik is perfect, so makamashmalan. But if you go to somebody who is, just a normal person, but he became a tzaddik, or maybe became someone really special. It's also
like me,
I'll tell you one thing. At the end of the day, if you want to know, you can't affect someone, you affect yourself. I know, you talk about thousands of talmidos over the years in the school. And there were some who became like really, they maybe not from Chabad backgrounds even, they were like from families, and we had a lot, Baruch Hashem, we had a lot of, and just by the example of a classmate, a peer, someone the same age, they ended.
Let me ask you one more question. You teach your girls Piddush HaMilas?
That's part, of course.
Yeah, in the curriculum? There's
Yeah.
Pirish Hamilas?
Of course, we learn Hebrew.
No. I'm not talking learning Chumash.
They
I'm
do.
talking about Pirish Hamilas.
In davening.
In davening.
They do that mostly in the younger classes, but
So
I encourage them to have an English tutor also to be able to look, come Yom Tov or something, and then, to
Could I give you
beforehand.
could I give you a suggestion?
Yeah,
Should be part of the curriculum.
it's an excellent idea.
And I'll tell you why. Because our generation grew up with Kabbalah soil. This generation, if they understand, they do it. If they don't understand it, there's a tremendous percentage don't do it. The same way getting into a text, they must put in the decimal, the number exactly. There's no gray area. Where our generation, mit nicht gefällt kein Scheiles. Also ist es, das ist es, und man tut nicht keine andere Sachen.
Okay.
So therefore, the reason I'm saying this to you, because a lot of the kids don't daven, because they don't know what they're davening. So the kids today, if they don't know what they're doing, they're not doing it. They're not putting on tefillin, they're not davening, because they don't know what they're davening. They learned 50 blood Gemara Balpeh, and they learned, good boys, but then, when they hit the skids,
Let me tell you two things. Number one, I'm dealing with girls, not with boys. But
listen.
I hear what you're saying. This is what I do, supposed to do anyway. Number one, kids, a lot of people don't want to daven because if you look at davening, what is it there for? A pinigla, according to halacha, it's to ask your needs of Hashem. You can ask your needs in 5 minutes. I don't need an hour or 40 minutes to ask my needs. I can tell them what I want in 3 minutes. It's not that, it's a relationship. You have a friend, I tell them you have a friend in class and you spend the whole day together, and at night you come home and you spend the whole night on the phone to each other. What do you have to talk about already? It's a relationship. I tell the teachers when somebody is reluctant to daven or whatever, I said, you can't force anyone to daven. Davening is a relationship. What you tell them is they should say 3 pages, 2 pages. Sometimes it looks too intimidating. And then they get into it, and they get the feeling for it, and they understand it. And they're doing it not because you're telling them, they're doing it because they want to, not with Kabbalah soil. But the second point I would say is that this generation, you're 100% right, they're much more mature. Somebody called them the Mozinic generation. The kid's 7 years old, but he has siblings that are married with kids, with he's exposed to ideas which a 7-year-old son never was exposed to.
I use it.
But at the same time, they have a beautiful, beautiful level of Kabbalah soil. It shouldn't be necessary, but we have a generation of people who are loyal. We should never, God forbid, fall back on that, rely on that. But they understand what commitment means.
You know what, I heard a beautiful thing about Rebbe spoke on a Sikha 2 weeks ago. Was heißt Mesilas Nefesh? So our version, Mesilas Nefesh, the mental futterfass, Moldik Chassidim never came back home, going from Mesilas Nefesh to Barabayim, he never got shot and killed. The Rebbe says, Mesilas Nefesh is Mazel Tov, das ist es und nicht anders. He simplified it. Das ist es und nicht anders.
See, I'll tell you one thing, the Rebbe writes in the English, I tried B'li Neder, try to learn English every day in order. I'm now
Right.
5th time around.